You are locked into legit hip hop only on earGROUND.
Hello, greetings. Welcome to earGROUND, your voices amplified. My name is Claude Marco, and welcome to the program where we speak to hip hop heads. And today I'm going to be speaking to none other than Gonzi in Wembeu. He just dropped an album, Hip Hop YEKU GHETTO, the second, which I described as the most solid body of work in 2020 to drop in Zimbabwe. And Gonzi, congratulations.
Thank you so much, man. What's up, Plot? What's up, everyone? What's up, Zimbabwe? What's up, the whole world?
Great. Award-winning Gonzi. I should have said that in the intro. You are a NAMA with award-winning artist. You've won the Zimmy Pope Awards. You've done so much. You've been in the game for so many years. And you have gone through some of the hardest experiences. But like 50 Cent, you are refusing to go down. What is keeping you in the game all these years and going through the struggle that you went through? You had a nasty experience with criminals and you were hospitalized. You came out, you dropped music. You lost your mother. You came out, you dropped music. Now you're giving us a 20-track project. What has kept Gonzi in the game?
Well, to be honest with you, Plot, I think it's God. Mm-hmm. I think God, like the belief I have in God has been keeping me up, like, you know. Yeah. Like, I'm a person who is used to hardships. Even before I was famous, the thing you can tell, like around 2011, 2012, 2013, I've always felt that I'm a very good rapper. Why are things not happening? You understand? But I don't believe I'm you know. Not to mean that I'm a perfect person. Like I've gone through like a lot of situations. Like I think I must say it now. I've been a drug addict before. I think the last time I talked to you, Plot, you know, because I used to be a drug addict. And to be honest, thanks to Jigaba.com, rehab. I went to South Africa for 3 weeks, like I ended up rehab for 2 weeks. Wow. And now I live a drug-free life. I think so.
Congratulations.
Yeah, you know.
But what sort of drugs were you taking? I mean, like bronco?
Like to be honest, I remain real even in that sober sense. Bronco, you know, like bronco rice is a down process yangu. You know, and every time I would move around, I would meet a lot of people like they believed in me so much, you know, and I made a lot of mistakes, you understand? I made a lot of mistakes. Like right now, I'm not even on talking terms and I'm confused, you understand? Confused has been my best friend for years. Which I can't disclose right now, but I want to like focus on the reaction and it was that life, my drugs, and I'm happy that everything has changed now. And you know, with the hardships and everything, you know, everything happens for a reason. You know, I went so much trauma, you know, with the head injury and everything. And I got to a point whereby, like I said in the story, are close to me and I can't except Jigaba.
Wow.
You understand?
Big up Jigaba for, you know, that kind of assistance.
Yes. Like, you know, it was that bad. And I can't even believe that I live a drug-free life now. And
wow. But how does it feel? How does it feel now?
I feel alive, man.
Wow.
I feel alive, you know. I feel alive. I've always been an intelligent person. Everything I'm doing right now, I know exactly what I'm doing. I'm more patient now. You understand? I'm more patient. Even you, Plot. These are some of the things you might have noticed. Something else.
I think the last conversation I did pick, but
you understand? So it's some of these things. I take it with a light heart. I think Janga's really right. I'm a person. I'm a follower. I'm a person who like I can break my records. And I needed these experiences. You understand?
And but how serious is the drug situation amongst artists in Zimbabwe? Is this something that we should worry about, drugs amongst my artists or music community?
To be honest, I think problem on the Zim dance or artists. You understand? I think problem on the Zim dance or artists when it comes to drugs. Like I wonder why I don't want to lie. Zim dance or artists, we don't want to name drop. You know, from my last interviews, I would even name drop without realizing how I'm killing a brand. You understand?
Yeah, true.
But when it comes to Zim dance, I think Zim dance and to some extent, brand up like my drugs. I think Mbale has been fighting against it, and I mean, I think the culture, yes, Zim hip hop. You can say even I want to drugs, even just the culture of hip hop, you can save from being taken like that, steering, maybe together with the talent and the intelligence and everything. But I think my drugs, I can't get Jakawanda, nyanya kuzim dance ikoko nekuma artists akawanda like inini my drugs I can't Jakawanda like I don't want to nyeba kutanga kutotanga each 32 each 33 each 34 each 35 each like as you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But on a real level, like me speaking to myself, my drugs are Jakawanda, you know. To some extent, my drugs need talent, that talent of creativity. One Wakawanda was see no button that creativity, my drugs, I remember would go to my shows like Wakawanda steady. Kebo yakangonetsa kana kuti music yakangokata ndakutobva pastage ndatotsanga ndakutoenda kumba ndakutonetsana nemapromoters, understand? So especially the drug that I was taking, like it drug raitopa kana hasha raitobvisa kana utsanana at times, raitoisa that I don't care attitude without realizing kuti vamwe vanhu havadhakwe, you understand? So my drugs akanganisira zvinhu zvakawanda kunyanya kuzim dance inakanganisira zvakawanda, and I'm happy kuti I'm a good model yekwanisa kuudza vanhu kuti amana mukuona kuitika pamadrugs ingi akambofira kureva makada kupedza career yake makatomutadza, but it was a hard situation for him. But I believe I'm talented and confident enough to say my drugs akadhakwa plot, my drugs akadhakwa.
Man, thank you so much for saying this, you know, and being a role model, because not so many artists would have that confidence to speak out and talk about
my drugs akadhakwa, you know, my drugs akadhakwa plot. You know, obviously we don't want to get deeper because atitode kutoti vabereki vatoite futi even bail, but with things like zvakaita semarijuana, weed and stuff, it's not that bad.
People are taking West things.
Yeah, people are taking worse things. Like right now, people are taking Toriro. Like now, it's happening on a huge level. In the moment, but the first thing that I did when I got Zoka was to change friends. Like right now, but I had to change.
Because the decision
like,
you made.
Yeah, like on a serious level. Because sometimes not in that year and did it. But the next minute of times I can have this. Lucky enough, injury. I never tried Christ or man. That's Mutoriro. But now Mutoriro is like the drug in the ghetto. Us as artists have a responsibility to, like we have a serious responsibility. Because Mutoriro, like Utori West, even the Kanangoma, JJ, Utori West, and things like that. I feel like Shakanga is such a underplot.
Wow. Thanks a lot, man, for taking a stand. I hope others artists, because there's so many artists and people that look up to you. So your word alone means a lot for that. But let's talk about Hip Hop YEKU GHETTO too. If I look at the songs that are there, the first song that hit me hard is the one Rufura Rwamaivango, you know, the song that you did for your mother. For me, that's a very emotional song.
Sure.
What was the creative process in making that song?
Well, you know, I always take things spiritual. The funny thing, like my days Angiwayo and my drugs and stuff, you know, I had to go work with some other guy. some ex-prophet. I can't mention his name right now because I don't want to affect his friend.
Yeah.
It's a new day. And they partikaenda ikoko ndakaenda naMars because Mars was supposed to be the producer there. And Mars on the beats, takatombonetsana naMars on the beats. I think Zimbabwe is here. And the funny thing, Mars called me to the studio, bruh. And when I went there, he was like, I want you to have a version of your song, YEKU because I know my dealer. And funny thing, in the studio, there was this girl announced field. She was looking like when I read that name is you know, per studio and I was like, can you do me a freestyle and something? Like the beat was playing. Want to sing about mom and stuff, about the loss of my mom and stuff. And to be honest, I could only correct her, but but that huge girl freestyle the chorus through. And I had to do a song for my mom because time yakashaya amayo angu plot. Nenyaya ma drugs and normally. You understand? I felt like I needed to do this song for my mom, and inguwa yakareba and I got told about my mom, like my drugs, you know, and stuff like that. So I had to do this song. And Jigaba, they were like, Gonzi, we believe you are so talented. We want you to uite album where you release the album with no help from anyone. And I had to do that. I had to contact Selma Mtukudzi. You know, and the Munangango Jaira with my artists I know that we I think you have even posted about that. Ginger and Isa Funga, you know, my artists said they like to collaborate with me. Simun, Agambonato and approach my artists wanting to collaborate and stuff. So with this drug-free life and this sober sense, okay. Oliver Mtukudzi and Oliver Mtukudzi akashika pakushaya, get a tight approach. Me, I just thought you're my favorite rapper from Kuchikoro and stuff. Okay, what can I do? And I had to contact Selma Mtukudzi, and Selma Mtukudzi drove her own car with their own husband. Like to end up with a collab on a Gonzi. I tried to give them money for fuel. They said, you know Gonzi. We did what you want to do. I had to collaborate. There's another huge, you know, I'm a person who always believe in collaborations because in the moon and the American music so much. Don't believe what can do that. When artists become popular at this side, they think if I collaborate with someone, I think individual like then Rangu or I mean so I've always been like that. Collaborated with that Selma Mtukudzi,
Anita Jackson,
Oskid, one of my songs, and I follow up on them. I think straight now. I contact Oskid. Oskid be like, come collect your song. I would go now. Oskid, collect a song. Yangu, that's Muchongoyo. And I got
we love it.
You know, and I got Oskid, you know, like. You know, like you understand, this drug life is not right.
So the song so the song Tom explains your departure from a drug life.
Tom Normal.
Normal Tom. Yeah, Tom Normal.
Tom Normal talks about my ex-marriage. Tom Normal talks about my ex-marriage, whereby like you know, and then you start to have marital problems and they become worse. Serious, you understand? Up to the point when you become a sober-minded person, people start to see like the changes made and everything. So this song was just trying to mean regardless of everything that happened, I think I deserve a new life because what has happened so far, it's something irreversible to a man's mind who is sober, I understand. So Tom Normal is a track whereby I just felt like when there is like a panenge in a marriage life or whatever, so you have to keep loving each other for one. But now when it comes to relationship, you need to hold the beat and make sure that you say, since with that drug life. You understand what I'm saying? So now this is like on this whole album, I talked my life. Like apana kana song funny kana one. You understand? I felt like I needed to talk about my life. Like I had to compile songs by myself. And I'm being you understand? And I'm being the shows, and that's where I was getting the money to pay the producers and stuff. And I'm being and I got approach, I got to say. Even right now, the visuals that I'm working on, I'm just doing it by myself. You understand what I'm saying? So this was just a process. You can go to this is hip hop, YEKU GHETTO, to show the difference between me and the other people. At the same time, make to far with what's really happening to hip hop. I feel like our school respect the holy term enough because what I cover hip hop,
yes,
plot. And then I believe I'm one of the pioneers of hip hop. That was not drug life. When we talk about Kingpin, I believe I'm one of the pioneers of hip hop.
yes.
Why? Because we put it into the ghetto. You understand? And now Hollyton is commercializing it. He's making it even more popular outside there. You understand? So I feel like so like 2 weeks ago, Hollyton was calling me, you know, these bloggers. And I got my fake bloggers and my fake journalists. Like I'm a journalist by myself. Like that's a course.
Yes.
You can ask Gibson, you know, understand? If you know Gibson, you know.
Yeah, I know.
But you know, my bloggers who want more views and more numbers, and they end up lying to Hollyton to personally call me. When you have to tell us, so what are they doing? And I love the fact that Hollyton respects me, and I feel like he's a brand. He needs to concentrate on whatever that he is doing or what's good for him. And Gonzi are doing a beef now, Hollyton, you understand?
Wow.
Personally, I don't believe. You understand? Personally, I don't believe. I believe there's a time you could see everything happens because of God. Even an Gonzi come up, it was a hard time for guys like Stana, Maskil, Yours,
Yes.
who else, and a whole lot of other rappers. So it's up to the artist to just maintain your brand and do whatever that you're doing. I have a huge following now. Like, would you believe me if I tell you that every 2 weeks I have 2,000 more followers on Facebook?
Wow.
Like 167,000 followers right now. 2 years ago, I broke a record with a nomination, outstanding male musician. And I scooped that award.
And you won it.
That's not 10 years ago, right? That's 2 years ago. And stuff. We enjoy that because like I come from better rap. You understand? I come from better rap. I like people to talk. I like people to enjoy themselves. So on this album, I told myself, and Jigaba, they were saying, T-Guns, we could buy views for you. Yes. Like what other guys do.
Is it true? Can people buy views? Does that happen?
Google AdSense, yeah, that's what happens.
Okay.
You don't want to get deeper into that. I will tell you that it moves like this. You see the views on like my views, the visuals, 1.
So you wanted organic views. You wanted people to view your music because they love it.
Yeah, this was actually advice from Jigaba. The T-Guns, look at Killer T. Look at Japraiser. We want you to be that different because look how you're accumulating the followers. So we're starting afresh. We want you to see the real views. So we're going to have a straight man, no visual, just your audios.
Just
so
to let the music get to people. Yes.
Yeah, so this is what I did. And I'm quite very happy right now. I know what's going to happen musically and everything. I know the perception of the people and everything. But this is like a path that I took with my music. This is a path that I took, and I had to drop 20 audios on my YouTube.
And somebody was saying, I saw a comment, and I don't know if you saw that one, where somebody says, when somebody drops 20 songs, that would try a luck, you know, so you're dropping so many songs so that maybe by 20 we're running with a one, you know, put together. Like, was that your approach? What's your response to that?
I think you're just asking like on behalf of everyone, but I think you know T-Guns can actually make a song right now and put it out. Obviously, that's not true. When I release those 20 songs, I'm a person and zvinhu zvakawanda zvekutaura every time and every moment.
Yes.
So I can release 10 songs tomorrow. So I am a person who always likes to speak himself. I'm a person who likes to feel sounds. That's why when you find in churches, and like Barare, EGT, XQ, Afropop, Aishan, that was Afropop, Ukatera got to be Zimbo, it's underground rap, you like me to Nas, Ukatera Nichawa Umburudza on that album. Like, in as much as I'm a rapper.
The Chawa Umburudza and the fact that you brought in Mbira,
Yes.
you have Hendrix Chagumuka there and Spencer comes in. You can actually feel, I love that song. It's one of my favorite songs.
Yeah, I went to Spencer Masango. Spencer Masango is the first ever person to ever record my voice. That was in 2007.
Wow.
So I had to call him again, the drug free life. You call him and say, I would want us to do a song. Takaenda Takameja Koko, the guitars were put. We had to go and develop the song Nalike. Like, it was quite a very good thing in that way on Stelma. I told him, Koma Spencer, like I see I'm a drug. He was excited about it. He said, Gonzi, you are my hero out of all the people I've worked with. You are my hero. And, I'm just enjoying my life. I'm just enjoying the fact that I'm home, I'm chilled. Like right now, you understand? There was a time, Gonzi, akangozariwa nevanhu pagedhi ari kuenda kubhesi sei Gonzi akazariwa nevanhu ari kuenda kubhesi kuti anopiwa sando tambasunuka kupiwa ngoma stoki that was in a type life. You understand? So everything has changed. Hendrix Chagumuka, we have done another track I think 2 years ago. He's a person who believes he is in Italy, and we have to collaborate on this song personally in Zambia.
Okay, great.
Yeah, so I'm a person, in as much as I'm a rapper, I believe music is music.
Yes.
That's why Mufaro, the track is EDM. You understand?
And you did it with Young DLC.
Yeah, with Young DLC. Young DLC approached me. He's very talented. And he said, Tigon, we should do a song. I've listened to your music in the States. I think we should do a track. And everything. And I said, okay, I think we should do an EDM track. That's how we did Mufaro.
Great.
You understand?
No, I remember
we did Mufaro, and it was a vibe.
Mm-hmm.
It was a vibe, and yeah, it was that exciting. It was a vibe.
Great. I love the song. I remember when I went to see Young DLC, at his house sometime in October.
Yes.
And he says,
yeah.
So he played me that song. He said, look, he's still, I'm still working on this track, but this is something that is going to drop featuring Gonzi. And I listened to it and I loved it. And I'm also listening to a song like Kepele Kepele Juve. I don't know if I got the track right there, but the one you did with Anita Jackson, and how you played around words and things that we know, but gave new meaning to it. Your creative process is mind-blowing. Like, where does this all come from? Because even the way you play with words, every word that we use every day, but for you, you bring it from a different angle, you give it new meaning.
To be honest, Plot guy, I think I've always tried to explain the creative process Young Yagamira say, but I don't think I'll ever give the right answer. It's like, I believe it's like asking Nancy, how do you dribble the ball and not lose it from anyone and eventually score? I think it's something it will be in the DNA. Any other rap, I understand.
Yeah.
It's like Security interview, what I'm saying right now. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm not like the tower as a story, but obviously you can ask the same questions and get maybe same answers in different words or different answers, like hip-hop, So I thank God for being me. Like, I just thank God for being me. Like, those are the story. You understand? Wow. But I try kuimba normally, just like any other person.
Great.
That's what I always try to do.
And I always been the response on the streets. Like, you're on the ground, and then I'm off the ground. Though I'm keeping my ear on the ground. But how's been the response, like in Zim? How are people?
The response has been crazy. The response has been crazy. I'm just running my own race, you understand? You know, people have their own different ways of viewing things. When Gonzi have 12,000 views on YouTube, the song one can hip hop, I know it's 12,000 people believing in that. So 12,000 people to me, like I wonder, unless I want to compare myself with someone else. To be honest, I'm really happy with the response so far. I'm so happy with the response so far. Like right now, I drive through with guys and everything. The music is playing in the ghetto. I'm happy and I believe with music, you know, that I'm training. I listen to John Chibadura today. I listen to like Ndirimunas, Yakuto to music. Like Anchambo Kufunga, I wanna single airplay. It's almost approaching 1 million views right now. Wow. I remember I confused Stress with Anchambo Kufunga in 3 weeks. It's on 2.3 thousand views. But right now it's on 940,000 views. So
it's quite interesting because that's one song that I love. Sorry to touch it there. I love that song.
And Chambo Kufunga, I radio until hit. Wow. When the DJs had to play it, you understand? It's a fact. You go to every DJ. Like and Chambo Kufunga, I know pinda pa single radio chart in Zimbabwe. Not on ZFM, not on Star FM, not on Kana Power FM, not even on Radio Zimbabwe. But right now, we get shows every week there and there, and people really love the song. So when I released this album, I didn't want to pressurize myself. That's why I had to compile the album and put it out on my birthday. And the changes that are happening to me as an individual person. And the people are loving the music.
Well, it's interesting that because people don't know some of the creative process that goes in when you guys are creating this music. But I was very curious for a very long time about that song, that I reached out to Stan Johnny, you know, to try and understand how you guys made the video, you know, and he told me very interesting experiences. You saying?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I was talking to Stan Johnny the other day, and he was telling me the creative process that you guys went through to make that video. And it's one video that I play so much. I love it, and the song is beautiful. And yeah, but looking at back to the album, you dropped an album at a time when Hollyton is making moves. He just did this concert, and you know, it was well attended. But also there's a sentiment also amongst the hip hop community. You know, some players, Ryo Beats last week said, Zimmy Pope is in a sad state.
Sorry?
Ryo Beats was saying that Zimmy Pope is in a sad state. Like, do you resonate with that? Do you connect with that? Do you think it's a true reflection of Zimmy Pope right now?
Well, to be honest, I think in hip hop as a genre, like it has really grown up. Hip hop as a genre, it has really grown up. Like Gonzi now can have a show and pack the show. You understand?
Yeah.
Hollyton, I think Hollyton is doing big. He's getting the numbers. Takura on the other side, yes, with the fuse, the Afro pop and everything.
Yes.
He's doing it big. Anastana and Namaskiri, Wakatotitila Juombe, even what part of urban growth. I think Django Sara Kubata and hip hop, like the Zimmy Pope guys. But I believe with hip hop, you know, concert ones in GHETTO right now. Like I believe in Zimmy Pope summit and everything.
Yes.
Inini, I personally believe with hip hop, Wakabata needs Murudo, Wakaiswa Apa, back with a concert. I believe Zim Dancer can't stand us today.
Wow.
Chasara kubatana, kwete kubatana, kudanana jerudo kutaisi, tabatana jeruti susuchi, takutowirana tuvakachirana mudzimba. Ndikutaura kubatana, kwakaita colors, kwakaita soldier love. Kuti in as much as they were not friends, they could like do chimwe chete and vounganidza vanhu pamwe chete doing the same thing. I think Zim hip hop has really grown. And I think yangu vekuti hapana munhu anofana kuti mini ndini ndakaita yese kuti itike, because yakangoita ecosystem yekuti today Zim hip hop has made it. I personally have decided that I'm not only going to be a Zimmy Pope artist, I'm also gonna be a musician who is a rapper. I think Takura did that, and anyone can make decision. It's like obviously Zimmy Pope. Not what's attend and kids fire static, but I'm no longer about when the Tigons, they are king with Zimmy Pope. I believe I can be the king of music.
Powerful.
Like that's the bar I've set for myself, for my changes. Yes, and like I as an artist. You need that charity that could be the artist. So I believe I have what it takes. The thing you can hear from hip hop people get volume 2 album. Like I believe I have what it takes. I have 167,000 followers on Facebook. I have 135,000 followers on Instagram. Maybe what I need right now is radio. Turn a YouTube. The world has changed. The internet has grown. So radio will play what they think is good.
Wow.
Those stage and like I get shows. I know my fans so well. I pack shows. I've gone to Bedura. I packed Bedura. I've gone to Chinoy. I packed Chinoy. I've gone to Big Falls. I packed Big Falls. And I started to realize that in my music, in engage jump so sometimes we give these DJs pressure, whereby I believe that I've just reached that stage whereby I need to make music and give it to my fans. And I believe that music, shit of my fans. The process might be slower or whatever, but I know my music get to the fans. Like I'm Kwasha president.
Yes.
And as you want that, like my songs like I wonder and I just got it you understand? And sometimes like this hip hop people get to volume 2 like at no album and I who is Gonzi without anyone having to say it in meaning so you understand? Because I felt good in Zimbabwe I think that's so many being album when we have YouTube.
Yes.
If DJs went through the journalistic or processes, in I'm a journalist, kushanda ku radio. In I'm a journalist too. Journalists are political. You understand what I'm saying?
True.
So they will know the person who was outstanding male musician 2 years ago. Ari atorana my Sinamanaga nominate for Abulita album. They will listen to it. They will notify.
But do you find that happening? Do you find that the media, radio, DJs getting interested in projects before you even reach out to them, like reaching out to Gonzi?
The truth part kutongobuda mari mdara mazwana. Kutongobuda mari. Those Zimbabwe mamirira yakaita, I don't know if we should take it to politics. And I told myself that I'm not gonna do that. We have my journalists, we have my DJs, Arvita Bahasa, like we have an Prometheus, and the new blood and everything like from told me. We have guys like Butterfly, I think she learned a lot from Nash TV and everything. She called me and everything like from Faro. We have an Achambari, they are good journalists, but 80% of them are Dara. Kuvengana vekuti chero katonzi hai parobot wakasatoona your music won't play. But now I'm T-Gons today and we come a long way. So I believe with some of these things they are a government kind of structure right now. And this hip hop YEKU volume 2, like I said, I did it by myself. I didn't take hip hop YEKU volume 2 to radio. I'm happy because right now Kepele with Anita Jackson is playing. Yeah, I'm hearing people are hearing in Faro Kwamori. I'm really happy. But I'm not taking it to radio because we've been taking music to radio. We had been taking music to radio and music has not been playing. So this was just a time you're going to make and go to, okay, I'm going to do it by myself. Because Apana Gamuna to follow IT Gons for Facebook with 167,000 followers. You understand? Apana DJ, I got to follow IT Gons and ask you to follow IT Gons on Instagram with 135,000 followers. So to touch a million, you understand? Apana got my YouTube, my Gons will subscribe. I need 20,000 subscribers, you understand? So I'm just running my race and I'm happy. You understand? I'm happy. I think the second kind of Freeman is right about Darula about motkari. This is Zim. We are gonna be realistic about Zim. In the United States,
is there money? Is there is that the reality? Like what Freeman was sharing there to say, it takes a lot for somebody to actually buy a car. Like,
especially in Zimbabwe. Music. In now say kuna mari ku music. Because you have to be T-Guns. Could we hit a 32-inch, which you want to MTV like this? You understand?
Yeah.
So can I see T-Guns watch or right?
An upcoming artist.
Yeah. How are you gonna make money? Because we know the many guys need to talk about artists are talented. You understand?
Yeah.
So music mari chaichai inandofunga kana dharura muzi yatakatenga mota 2 weeks ago. After everything that has been happening, you understand?
Yeah.
So industry munomi yakaoma because supportana. We can't blame one person kana kuita sei kuti munhu wega wega anofana kuzvimiririra. And then now with the rise of internet, we have fake journalists all over the internet. I can't even mention Zitakana Kwamuni. But we are in a situation whereby kutori journalists anenge achiti isusu toda kuitisa kuti vanhu vafunge vachidaiso kuti tinokwanisa kupedza uyo. And I've always said it because I believe kuti ndinopedzwa nemunhu. You understand? Because ndakatotangwa na Mwari. Kufunga kuti inini I became popular off my battle raps like in 2014.
True.
You understand? No one like 2015 and everything. So the relationship right now, I just take it as life, I have a huge following in Tirana, but T-Guns. You understand? Wow. I have a huge following.
And so what are you promising
my shows?
Yeah. Like what do you have? You mentioned videos there. What are you promising us from album is dropped? What's next? Is there something? Are we going to see some visuals? How much are you going to push this album?
To be honest, I'm going to push this album with my life by myself. I'm gonna be dropping visuals, and then my fans at T-Guns, they've got my back. 2 weeks ago, I was in Bindura. I pegged that show, Club 263. Ask anyone, you'll be told. I was in Vic Falls, Comfort Pub and Grill. I pegged that show. Ask about it. Like, you upload like one or two, a true journalist. You get into my case. Vic Falls.
Thanks a lot.
A week ago, and airport, I pegged that show. I'm pecking shows everywhere I go. So my fans, they got my back. So I'm going to be doing what I know best as T-Guns. Making good music. Yeah, don't forget it's good music. Upping the quality of my audience. Upping the quality of my visuals. Like a normal person, a normal musician. Putting my music on YouTube. Send it to Yaganduan is close to $1,300 of music monetization.
Wow.
Send it to EP. That's where you find Gudara and Steady with Stana. They are the only tracks I heard on radio. So if I could make 1.3 in a space of 7 months with that, I appreciate that.
And are you getting any royalties from radio?
150,000.
Yeah. Is the money?
Well, I got a call 3 days ago. That's a good question. I got a call 3 days ago from Simura. They said T-Guns to Maria Simura. So right now I'm in the process of just compiling the music to go and get all my royalties there. Thanks to Simura.
Wow.
Thanks to Simura.
Which is positive. This is positive, you know.
Yeah, they said T-Guns when Maria Kawanda from artists in Zimbabwe because we have made a lot of collaborations. So we want you to compile all your music. Then you come with it to Simura. I can send it information and stuff. So right now we're just compiling the music because they're saying the problem you're not gonna get currency. You're not gonna get because Maria get currency in
Yeah.
That's what they did. So yeah, we're looking into that. If you follow up on that, maybe I'll tell you in 2-3 weeks or something like that.
Yeah.
And I don't always do this to every journalist, but that's how you're a great journalist.
Man, thanks a lot. I mean, I feel special.
And one but I think you deserve to know this thing.
Thanks a lot.
Simura called me 3 days ago, and that's just a fact. Like I remember Muse dead. If you know Muse, the rapper, I featured there on Teach Me How to Rap. But I was just looking down upon it. So we're just concentrating on the mechanical royalties, tune called DistroKid, CD Baby. That's how I got money off sending to EP. It had nothing to do with Zemura. It's just YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, just that. So with Hip Hop YEKU GHETTO Volume 2, Plot, you have to know this. I'm excited and I feel like it should be when I ended up at some point. So in the one I ended up 12,000 in a week. That's song one year patching hip hop. But my views are about 100,000 views. An album rang, I will listen to that when I'm a drug addict.
Wow, Tigons, man, thank you so much. I really appreciate your time, and also happy with the progress that you're making and the decision that you made to deal with substances, especially at a time now where a lot of young people that look up to you are struggling with drug abuse. Would you give us even kind of 30 seconds, for I know your fans, they would be sad if they don't get to experience some Tigons.
And then hip hop. I'll never ever give up. I'ma keep up the good work. Inini ndino mwisambura sema hiccups. Kupenyi bora ndilibaka. Kupenyi umama ndilishaka. Handichoke wano ndimaka. Ndipay salt ini ndisase gaka. Hawaimbo ndiona kungetsaga. Ndiri nyukama ndichikama mukaka. Ndiri magetsa sina fault. But ndikuramba ndichispaka. Andichike mepo ndichagire aircon. Moyo yabo yakashiba kunge aircon. Vese madon kunge steflon. Varishure kunge tambo ze apron. Echavano ndivengera I don't know. Ndini ndikuridza sengo nono. Handimiske nawo. No. Inini kunge Gideon. Boys ndiri gono. Handimbomira kurarama pachi hip hop. Ndino nyima I will never ever give up. I'ma keep up the good work. Inini ndino mwisambura sema hiccups. Ndichingo daro. Chikungo daro. And before this interview, the boys at Star FM, shout out to DJ Tads on Star FM. I just heard him playing like a hip hop and it feels great. Radio song music. It means a lot.
Wow, powerful. Wow, I mean, it's been the legit hip hop on earGROUND there. I've been speaking to multi-award winning hip hop artist. He's won the National Arts Merit Award, which is the biggest award in the land. He's won the hip hop awards. He has done the most, so much within the hip hop scene. I was just looking through your background, and 1 year, it should be 2019, where you did at least 25 collaborations with amazing artists, and most of those became hits, which is amazing achievement there. And you continue to make great music. You've got Hip Hop YEKU GHETTO 2, which is out now, and last you dropped Century 2, and then before you dropped Hip Hop YEKU GHETTO 1. I mean, you keep adding to your catalog. Thank you so much, Gonzi.
Thank you so much, Plot. And to be honest, for Hip Hop YEKU GHETTO Volume 2, I just told myself I need Plot Marco for an interview. Anyone, no flattering, bruh. Just you.
Man, I'm deeply humbled. And to everybody who's watching, thank you so much for that support, Tigons. To everyone who's watching, who's loving, subscribe to Tigons, follow him, and go on his YouTube channel. You'll not be disappointed. I think it's one of the albums that I've managed to listen without skipping, and I love it like that. So until next time, remember, earGROUND, new voices amplified, legit hip hop, where we bring you nothing but the realest and the illest and the best in the game. I'm out.
earGROUND, new voices amplified. earGROUND. Keep your ears on the ground.